Hi guys, welcome back here once again. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. In this video, I'll be sharing a recipe of how I made okazi soup the Igbo way using ede as a thickener. So sit back, relax. If this is what you like to watch, let's make this soup together. Thank you. Do not forget to like, comment, and also share. So first, I'm starting with all of my proteins. I have cow beef there already washed clean. Now I add that into the pot. You can use any protein of your choice for this soup. To it now, I'm adding some cow skin and also shaki stripe. I already boiled the shaki and the pomo separately because it takes longer for it to be softer than the beef itself. Next, I add in peppers. So I cooked that separately and then now reintroduce it to the pot. Now seasoning cube goes in. We're going to steam this for about 6, 7, 8 minutes on its own juice. This is to help the protein to have more taste, okay? We don't want it bland in our mouth when we are eating it. I'll just mix that up and then cover and we'll come back to it after some minutes. Do not forget to please give me a like, drop me your thoughts, and also please share my videos. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please click the subscribe button, turn on post notification bell to all so you get notified whenever I upload a video. So I will show us some of the other proteins I have aside. I'll be using one full stockfish head. I love the part of stockfish head because I always find that to be more tasty in meals, okay? I'm going to wash all of this off camera with my smoked fish. I'll clean that. Next, I'll be showing us the okazi I'm using. I have dry okazi here. This is how I brought it from Nigeria. So I'm going to rehydrate it by pouring hot water over it. I will not leave it for too long in the hot water, okay guys? Just for a minute or two and then I'll take it out because it will still cook further in the pot. I do not want to lose all of the nutrients from the leaves. 8 minutes later, I'm back to the pot now. You can see that the water is from the meat came out and it's like almost dry, just a little more. Now we're going to introduce enough water to make sure that this protein in the pot is like well cooked. Well cooked, okay? While that is going on, I add in oziza seeds. I like to use oziza leaf, but I don't have oziza leaves, so I'm using the seeds, which also gives the same amount of flavor to boil the meat from the scratch. You'll notice on the side there, on my saucepan there, I melted palm oil. I'm going to use that palm oil to mix the cocoyam I have there, okay? We'll come back to that later. But back to the pot now. It's been cooking for about 15 minutes and I'm certain it's well cooked, okay? I checked and then the meat is like 95% like soft, okay? So using a fork, I just try to, pick up the meat to see if my fork will pass through, and it did pass through. That means it's like ready, 95% ready. And now I'm going to introduce the stockfish I washed. I opened it up, washed like inside of it, but I didn't like break it into pieces. But I opened it and removed all of those ants you have that comes with your stockfish, okay? I just want to put it into the pot. I don't want to go to the set of like injuring my hand while trying to pieces it. Putting it in the pot, covering it will soften it very quickly. So now I'm back to the ede, that's the cocoyam powder, the dry one. If you have the fresh one, you can just boil and now pound. But this method to which I'm doing, using the palm oil to like dissolve the cocoyam powder, helps so that I don't have any lumps in the soup, okay? I just mix it all up and look at it just looking so beautiful already, like a puree. So that is done. I'll just set this aside and then we can go back to the pot. Back to the pot now. The stockfish is like ready. At this point, you can just take out the stockfish and remove all of the other bones in it. But for me, I love to suck on my bones, be it stockfish, be it chicken, be it beef. Enjoy all of the sweetness from cooking. So I left my stockfish inside just that way without taking off the bones as well. I will introduce more water into the pot that we're going to use to cook this meal. I also added in my washed smoked fish. This fish is so sweet, guys. Very sweet. I enjoy it. I'll allow this fish to cook for another 5 minutes. Then I'll come back to the pot and take out some of this fish because I don't want it broken. So I'm back to the pot now to take out 2 of the smoked fish or dry fish, whichever you call it, and then I'll leave 1 in while I introduce crayfish at this point. Okay, guys, when you use a lot of crayfish to cook, it gives natural sweetness to the food. You don't need to use so much of seasoning cubes. The seasoning cubes I use at the beginning is what I use till the end of my cooking. Okay, just those 2 small cubes I used. I'll just mix that all up, and at this point I take out the fish so that my fish is not all broken at the time of serving my meal. I will introduce the fish towards the end of the cooking when the food is done, but already at this point all of the flavors from the fish has been introduced into the pot. I allowed that cook for another 5 minutes, then I came back to the pot, and time for us to introduce our thickener into the soup. Okay, all of the thickener at this point goes in. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much to all of my returning subscribers, and even those who have been watching me without subscribing. Please subscribe, okay? Thank you so much for always watching my videos. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I do not take any one of you for granted. Thank you so much for your support. To those who share my videos, I love you all. So after 10 minutes, I'm back to it. I reintroduce a little bit of crayfish again, very important. And then I have my periwinkles that has been taken off from the shell. The soup is like almost ready at this point, guys. Almost ready. If not that the afang is dry, like okazi is dry, guys, I would have left it, like added the okazi towards like 2 minutes before. But now I have to add it at 5 minutes before I finish off the cooking. Although the hot water helped to hydrate it as well. So this goes in now, and then I'm going to just mix it up, cover, and then when we come back to the pots, you look how beautiful and inviting it will look. Already my kitchen smells amazing at this point. At this point, it's time for you to start preparing whatever you want to eat this with. Your fufu, your gari, your semo, your wheat, your oat swallow, whichever, or your potato swallow. Guys, let me know in the comment section which swallow would you pair this with, okay? Which would you pair this with? This looks interesting. Our soup is actually ready. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and sticking with me up to this point. I appreciate every single one of you, and bye-bye.